I don't know if it's picking that up or not. Welcome to Cigar Hustler Podcast, episode 185, the Zoom Chaos Zoom edition from Mikey's vacation.
Yes.
Where are you?
I'm in St. Pete.
How's the red tide?
There's no red tide.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna have the music or not. If not, I'll put it.
I can hear it. I'm waiting for it to end.
Let's hope it goes then. I can't hear it over here. You too can become part of our podcast family and invest in our show. Put your products in front of thousands of listeners and viewers every episode. We are heard on 12 different podcast providers weekly all around the world. To have your ad read in this spot right here, contact Cigar Hustlers Podcast at gmail.com.
Boom.
So what are you doing over there? What have you been doing? Because you're never here anymore.
I'm not gonna lie, man. This has been the first 3 consecutive days where I have felt no need to try and kill somebody.
Really?
Amazing. Yeah. It's really good.
Good for you.
We're over at the Trade Winds in St. Pete. I guess we just missed the red tide because there's some dead fish and stuff, but not a whole bunch of. And yeah, it's beautiful. There's a lot of stuff the kids can do and stuff.
You waving at people walking by?
Brady's down by the pool.
Fans?
Just get the kids. Yeah.
Let's see the view. Hold up the computer so we can see the view.
Let's see if I can just drop this off the balcony.
Yeah, drop it off the balcony. It's just money.
I didn't get my cigar lit. Can I get my cigar lit?
Sure.
It's a process. But they got like a slide.
Oh, very nice. Look at that. Look at that slide. That's amazing.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie, man. If you're going to go to the beach, you got to have the beach. And I think this is a non-smoking hotel.
I
don't care, though. There's designated areas, but we smoke on the balcony. We clean it all up. It's all about hiding the evidence. If you can cover it up,
yeah,
get away with it.
Are you on the top? Is there anybody above you?
No, there are people above us.
That's the people that complain.
We ain't got it like that. You know what? Nobody else has been out on the balcony so far the past 3 days that we've been out here. I haven't seen a single person. Yeah. Not a single person.
Last time we stayed at a resort, the guards around at night would see us out smoking, and we'd get a phone call. Excuse me, can you put out your cigars, please?
Fuck you.
Yeah,
this place is pretty relaxed. You can bring your own drinks down to the pool. No one's yelling at you.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. They have like paddle boards for the kids. They have the slide. They have got all types of stuff, which is really nice. Well, here's the thing that doesn't make sense to me. Is apparently they usually have like this daycare.
Yeah.
Like this. Like you can drop off your kid at 6 and then pick them up at like 10.
Brittany was telling me it's like a 24-hour day daycare.
They have access to a babysitting system.
Yeah.
But they had this kind of like parents' night out thing where you can dump them off and they all kind of play together and stuff. They don't have that right now because of COVID.
Oh.
Which is weird because no one is telling me to social distance in the pool, and the pool's packed.
Oh, yeah, right.
So it's like, where's the line,
Yeah.
That's always been the kind of funny thing for me. It's like,
well, if you're at the pool, it's your responsibility. If your kid gets sick at daycare, it's on them. So I bet it's a liability.
It's my responsibility because I dropped.
It's a liability thing. People would still complain.
Look, if you're going to go to a hotel,
yes.
You're going to a fucking hotel,
yes.
Then you need to be prepared that getting COVID's a possibility.
Oh, certainly, right. But, there's people that'll, complain and bitch, go, oh, my kid, why did you let the sick kid in?
But good luck tracking that. Good luck determining that was the point of contact.
Right.
If you're going to go out and live your life, it's a possibility. If you got vaccinated, it's still a possibility. But it's less of a possibility than if you didn't get vaccinated. Either way, I want my shit back. I want full service.
Right.
100%. I want to move on.
Oh, well, that might not be coming. They might be going back to a lockdown here soon.
No way.
No, Florida's probably not going to, but I bet other states do.
I don't think so, man. I think that there's too much money at stake.
And now they're saying people who got vaccinated are the super spreaders. You guys are the ones. You guys are the ones spreading the illness.
Anything to corrupt, to mess it all up. And
well, that was the CDC said that, not normal people. You know, the ones we're supposed to be listening to. The ones that want you to wear a mask inside your house now.
The ones that told you to get vaccinated.
Right. Yeah, the ones that told you to get vaccinated are now saying, if you got vaccinated, now you're the problem.
Good.
Right.
I'm happy to be part of the problem.
So what, you just been hanging out at the beach? You're not as tan as I had expected.
I think it's just the lighting. I feel relatively tan. I'm not gonna lie.
You looked tan when you were here that one day when you popped in.
And then there's several more days of sun exposure. So
right.
It's very possible that I just think that it's the lighting. But slides are very cool. Smoking cigars, hanging out, drinking with the Baldwins.
Oh, the Baldwins are there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you were there with them. Oh.
Yeah. They had scheduled all of this.
Isn't that nice? I saw Kiki's post, but I didn't realize she was at the same place you guys are.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, that's good. Oh, yeah, should have had him on the show.
I asked him if he wanted to come on. I asked Chris if he wanted to come on. I told him we can discuss a lot of things. A lot of doctor things that we can discuss that are pretty
certainly, yeah, that would have been great.
He didn't. He kind of opted out. He's quiet in some areas. Like there was a cannonball contest at the pool.
Yeah.
Jax they were kind of egging me on into getting on. Jax was like, "Come on, go do it." So I went and did it. Chris didn't do it.
No, well, you're a big cannonball. He wouldn't have been able to, compete.
But it's not about it's about the memories.
Oh. Well, that's one you just won't have.
Like the memories. Yeah.
Oh. So what? Nothing's new. Nothing's new here. I mean.
No, everything's pretty quiet here. I don't know what's going on with Scallywag Cigars. Chris looks like he had a bit of a scare, so I hope everything's going okay with him.
Is he back? Did they find him?
Yeah, I think that he was found. I'm not sure. I know that it looks like Tanur.
The young lady.
Yeah, is now in charge of Scallywag. So
yeah, she's the. I'm the captain now. She put up the other day. Right.
So that's pretty interesting. That's some good stuff that's going on.
A lot of PCA stuff from Half Wheel over the last couple of days.
Did you see what? So, first of all, if anybody hasn't watched How About That Cigar with Skip, Charlie Minato, Abe from Smoke Inn, and who else is it? John McTavish. Yeah, John McTavish.
Yes.
It's a great.
It was a good show. I watched it. It was good.
It's a fantastic it's really kind of a scope in. The conversation is really stuff that you don't really see on a lot of media and podcasts. It's not a lot, where it's not a lot of, this is my best, I make the best cigar, and,
right.
all that bullshit. Like, all that's kind of tabled, and it's more raw industry kind of a look. And one thing that they were talking about, and Charlie brought this point up, and it's so true, is that, retailers, a lot of retailers that suck will complain about what it doesn't matter. Like, and Charlie made the comment of, let's send $100 bills to retailers and see them bitch about it.
Right,
why would you send me this $100 bill? So
couldn't I get 520s? What am I going to do with $100?
Yeah, what the hell is this?
Right.
So there was a retailer that got Kraft, and I guess he wasn't contacted, but he was sent Kraft 2021, which was just released. He got a few boxes. So he sent an email to Skip, which is the biggest mistake. You cannot, don't.
Oh, you can't go with anything in writing. Nothing in writing.
No, look, you contact John. You contact Rosales. Fuck, you contact Sean. You can't reach out to Lightweight Heavy. The last person you want to contact is Skip.
Right.
Because you're going to get it. So the guy's like, hey, what is this? And Skip's like, oh, okay, no problem. If you don't want it. So he makes a post, and then all of a sudden, says, hey, Kraft's available. And the guy's phone starts ringing off the hook like crazy. So, this is kind of remarkable to see how, a lot of retailers don't really know what they're doing, man. It's just
yeah.
And we're relying on those guys to kind of make things successful in, with the PCA and contributions and kind of developing. That's
right.
scary, man. That's scary. I mean, we said it time and time again. You go and you see some of these retailers, and it's like, how the fuck are they still open? I don't
Right.
get it.
You haven't painted this place in 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't changed anything since the day you opened.
So what's happened at the store, Mike? It's been, I mean, we haven't.
We had a big event Friday night. It went really well.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that.
The new Liga Privada Club came in today.
Oh yeah, what's that?
It's Lady Killer and then My Blue Heaven. I guess it's the next round.
Privada Club.
Yeah, the Privada Club.
Okay, that's cool. So you got a couple new things going down.
Yeah, nothing exciting. It's kind of slow today, I guess. I've only been here about an hour and a half, but
I mean, it's Monday. You guys, it's kind of gearing back up for back to school.
Right. Yeah, it's tax-free day or tax-free week here in Florida. Or was that just the weekend? I don't even know.
Cigars tax-free.
Can't get cigars. No. School supplies, clothes, that kind of stuff.
It's a joke, Michael.
Just
joking.
Adrian's doing better. She came up here Saturday night for the cornhole thing to see everybody and hung out.
Yeah.
And then today she's out driving herself. She had a couple of errands she had to run that she had to take care of by herself.
Man, I didn't realize how long the recovery was going to be.
She didn't either.
I think that we all kind of assumed that it would be like you were laid out for maybe 2, maybe 3 days max.
Right.
And then you're kind of back at normal. The shit, what are we going on?
This is third week. Yeah, 2.5 weeks now. She still goes around like this. And if something touches her arm, the dog hits her, she runs in it, or she rolls over the wrong way. Still hurts.
Insane.
I don't think she expected the arm thing to be as big a deal as it was either. I don't think she fully understood what was involved. But well, yeah, I mean they cut her open from here down to here and up into her armpit, and then sucked out the fat, and then they had to cut the loose skin off.
You got to make really tight sewing things.
Stitches.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, she's a little concerned about the stitches now. She didn't realize they were going to be like that. And, if my skin can always look like this, that type of stuff. Still healing. I'm
sure. I mean, it's
going to be a scar. There's going to be a scar. But the lumpiness and all that kind of stuff, that'll go away as she has to wear those compression sleeves for like 6 months.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's like a retainer. You got to keep the skin, tight and up in there, right? Yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. We had bought a pair, and then we bought 2 more pair, and now we've got 5 more coming today because, they have to match. So you have to change them with your outfits when you all sorts of colors and patterns and things.
You need different compressions.
Right. Yes. Different colors. And they got to have a clean pair every day. You can't put the same pair on you wore the day before because, they're dirty. You'll get infected.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous.
It is. It's quite the thing.
So what else is going on, Mikey?
We had a big spike in our listeners this past week, almost double.
Really?
Last week's show was very popular. Might have been off your How About That Cigar showing. It was a couple of
plugs. Yeah, Charlie plugged us a couple times.
Yeah, Charlie plugged a couple times. Skip mentioned the shop several times. It's kind of nice, the only 2 shops they ever talked about was Abe's. Abe was on the show, and then ours. So
yeah,
that was
we were
nice.
watching.
Oh, that's true. We do watch and comment. So
we actually pay attention to some of these things. Not all of them.
Not all of them.
I was looking and seeing what's up with who's coming on specific shows. I'm like,
Yeah, well, everybody's blowing their wad with the PCA stuff now. Everybody's sort of laying back, taking their little vacations, and it's kind of the slow season.
I highly recommend vacation, Mike. I don't know if you've done it.
No, not in a while. No. Boots we were at Boots' house yesterday, and he asked, he goes, Mike, you do this every summer? I go, no, not for 12 years. He hasn't. So that's why he's gone this summer entirely. He's taken 12 years worth of vacations here, all in 1 year.
All accumulated.
All accumulated time.
It's great though, because I've had like several little small vacations, and this is probably the bigger one. And now I have little samples of data to compare for each and every one of them. I'll tell you right now, this one's the best.
Oh, which one you like the best? Oh.
This one is the best, without question.
Nice.
We did the little staycation. We got a little house and stuff, but there's still so much kid stuff, and like you got to stay on top of the kids. Like here, you got activities to do with them and stuff. And we call the babysitter. They're going to be coming in tonight. And have them watch the kids. We're going to go out and adults for a little bit.
Oh, look at
It's,
you.
yeah, man. Yeah, this is good. This is good. I'm very, very happy about this.
Good for you.
Yeah, maybe I won't kill Keanu when I get back. It'll be.
Oh, well, he's still on his, what? Oh, no,
It's
wait,
Monday.
it's Monday. Today's the last day.
Today's the last day.
That's right. Today's the last day.
So Keanu. So we got to give it a little storyline. Right?
Oh,
So
sure.
so last week we had a mishap with. I don't know if we discussed this yet. We had a mishap with our.
We did briefly last week on the show. Yeah.
Yeah, and somebody who didn't have the shift covered. My brother had the schedule. I'm willing to bet that it was 90% him. But so the shift wasn't covered for a Monday morning. So I called Keanu and said, "Hey, I will be nice to you for the entire week if you could just go in and cover." And he's like, "I'm on my way." And then once he realized that I was out of town the majority of the week, he's like, "That's not fair." I was like, "I still have to communicate with you. I'm still gonna be. I have to be nice."
I think she got the short end of the stick there.
I knew what I was doing. I knew my negotiations.
Right. Well, yeah, I got some PCA news. You want to do any of the news? You want to keep this short? I mean, you're on vacation, so. It's all PCA stuff. Except I have a Florida story.
We don't need to take a commercial because we're not using our camera.
Right. Yeah. No, there's no commercial, so we don't need a break. We just go right into it.
Yeah, let's go through some PCA news. Let's get a quick update, see what's going on, and
all right. This is all Half Wheel. Half Wheel was still doing their PCA coverage. Everybody else sort of let it go, except Coop, who's doing his little mini shows for each brand.
I mean, the fact that Charlie breaks down some of these things and can analyze what is exactly.
It's a lot of good information that he's putting out.
But even he breaks it down from the court records, the court documents, and all this stuff. I'm like, man, I don't think anybody else in this industry can really do it at that level.
Right.
Which is really kind of remarkable,
You see how good he looked on How About That Cigar? His camera setup and everything?
Yeah, he had the Sony with the autofocus.
Is that what he was using?
And the blurred out in the background.
Yeah, right, so the blurred out dark background, the perfect lighting.
Yeah, he's not fucking around, man. So, we could do that with our camera, but we can't be so close to the background. We'd have to be up on the camera.
Gotcha.
So you'd almost need two of them.
Right. Oh, well,
I feel like we can do it. But man, it made me feel really bad. Then I go back and I watch us on How About That Cigar or watch me on How About That Cigar. I'm like, man, I look
you got to do something with your background. That background looks like shit on yours.
Yeah, he's got the side
and you're using that shop light, and it looks like you've been kidnapped, and you're doing the proof of life video every time.
All right, we're gonna do some serious upgrades for me. Fuck it, we're gonna do some serious upgrades.
All right, PCA 2021 shows steep attendance declines. The Premium Cigar Association says that it printed 1,440 badges, a 24.38% drop from last year, representing 583 retail accounts, which is a 30.94% drop from last year.
How many retail accounts? Sorry, stop one more time.
583, it says.
Was the total retail accounts?
Was a total representing total retail accounts. Yeah, 1,400 badges, 583 retail accounts.
Okay, so you're saying that every retailer brings 3 people on average.
On average, I guess. Okay. I'm sure it goes up and down because we brought 2, so then somebody else had to bring 4, and
I don't think there was 500 retailers there.
I don't think there was 500 retailers there either. Well, these are badges printed, so that doesn't mean they picked them up. That means they said they were coming.
In order to get them printed, you walk in, they print.
Oh, so they don't pre-print them? Yeah. Oh, okay. I guess you're right. Yeah, I guess you're right. But that's a 30%, almost 31% decline from last year. And then 1,550 storefronts. I'm not sure what that means. What were the storefronts? Booths, I guess. There were 1,500 booths there. There's no way. Unless if you've got 2 spaces, that counts as 2. If you've got a big booth, you might have 5.
Yeah.
So maybe. But even that was a 23% discount or drop. Each of these numbers representing a significant drop compared to the organization's most recent trade show in 2019. While the most important attendance figures are the ones related to retailer attendance, the larger decline took place with the exhibitors, manufacturers. The PCA said number of companies exhibiting the PCA convention and trade show was 144. That was a 38% drop. Yeah, 144 companies. I guess that could be.
So almost half the industry didn't show.
Right. Let's see. The total number of badges printed for this year for the completely, that's exhibitors and manufacturers, was 3,084. 43% drop.
Man, that's rough. That's fucking rough.
These numbers all refer to the number of badges that people requested the organization to print. The PCA doesn't scan badges, so the organization does not have statistics about how many retailers actually set foot inside the trade show.
Okay.
So even though you had 4, maybe everybody didn't show up.
So, like, see how fucked that is? You know, the PCA has the ability to obtain this data, actual true data, and they don't.
Oh, no. I mean, they gave out, even this looks bad, but, I mean, so it must have been a lot worse, the actual numbers.
Instead, they deliver this fluff, just like the fucking manufacturers and brand owners do. It's just, and we play roundy round, go fuck ourselves until we're right into the ground. And that's a problem. That's a serious, serious problem. And it needs to be corrected, you know? Like, if you can't look at hard data and, you know, you continue to give this bullshit data, it's never going to get fixed. It's never going to get fixed.
No, they do this every year, though. This is nothing new.
But even still, you know, even with how they do it, they still couldn't run from it. They still had to show a drop. You know, so that's a problem. It's a serious problem. I really want to see it corrected. I don't want to see the PCA go away. You know, I don't know exactly what they plan on doing, but you know, I'm not against. I still don't think that it's a bad idea to approach brand owners and manufacturers, encourage them to say, hey, why don't we do a flat rate tax base of X amount, 5 cents per, and, you know, sticker up boxes that support the PCA. That way retailers can say, hey, these guys support our industry.
And just go without the trade show?
I mean, not necessarily go without a trade show, but maybe modify it so that it's less expensive for your manufacturers, less expensive for your retailers. And, you know, you can make it more about, I mean, you can still do deals, you can still do all that stuff, but you know, it doesn't have to be what it is. It can change, you know. And I don't know why the fuck it's in Vegas. I can't stand it. It's so goddamn expensive.
It's so expensive and it's so hot, and they could easily move it somewhere else. He did the explanation of why the companies are exhibiting has changed. For years, I would point out that I don't think that medium and large companies could justify the trade show in their profit and loss statement. The basic of that argument were the trade show is no longer a place where a large number of new retailers are in attendance. Flying your entire sales team to a specific city to sell cigars to a fraction of your existing customer base seems inefficient. The cost of renting the space is high. Construction is high. Giving discounts because it's a problem. So some people agreed, others disagree, while others agree that you should say something like, well, it's always our best month of the year, completely missing the point. The 2020 PCA convention and trade show was canceled. Charlie argued the greatest risk for the PCA wasn't the immediate financial devastation for the organization. Rather, it was that it gave the cigar industry a chance to see what not having an annual trade show was like, which was the biggest problem. When they didn't have the trade show, sales didn't drop.
Right, especially with the boom of the virus.
Right.
The pandemic.
Let's see.
So you have this boom. You have this boom in the industry. You have brand owners and manufacturers not dropping a ton of money on a convention, and they're still selling out all their products. And then you try and bring them back the next year at the same song and dance. Like, well, we're good though. You know, like we don't.
Right. Why do we need to spend all this money?
Right. Like, this is a necessity. You know. Whereas if you want to do a flat tax, your flat tax gets passed to your retailer, right? Your retailer will keystone it because we're all assholes. And then your consumer pays for it. It rolls all the way down to the consumer. The consumer then funds the PCA. I mean, that makes the most sense to me.
Right.
And then encouraging, you know, again, we kind of fall back to the retailer. And, you know, there's not a lot of strong retailers out there. But there's enough strong retailers out there where they can educate consumers on purchasing products from PCA customers only, or they can only they would only continue to carry products that are, you know, that support the PCA. Like, you know, there's a couple things that can be done here that are pretty simple, and then you have funding annually, not funding based on a 1 month, 1 shot home run or complete miss. I don't know. This is a small retailer.
Here's a small retailer.
But am I a celebrity retailer? That's the question. Because Skip, gave him like the old nod on How About That Cigar, said, celebrity retailers such as yourself. So do we fall in that category? I mean, you're the owner.
We got to be getting close.
Hopefully.
I mean, there's not a lot of shows doing or a lot of shops doing these shows. So.
Oh, it's true.
Oh, man,
you're strong.
They should start billing you as a celebrity retailer. Cigar hustler, celebrity retailer. All right, Michael, there's a new problem in Florida.
Uh-oh. Talk to me.
The South American penis snakes have been discovered in Florida.
God damn it.
It's always the penis snake. Penis snakes have been discovered in South Florida. The slippery little creatures were first found in Tamiami Canal, not far from the Miami International Airport in 2019. They always bring the penises into the airport.
Yeah.
A DNA test by the Florida Museum of Natural History has confirmed that they are, in fact, native to Colombia and Venezuela, technically making them an invasive species.
Oh, good.
They can vary a bit in length, like a normal penis, from just a couple of inches all the way up to 5 feet.
Depends on the genetics.
On the genetics, that's a big penis. The specimen captured in the C4 canal species measured 2 feet. They also tend to thrive in shallow, warm bodies of water with aquatic vegetation, in certain areas of the canal do fit those criteria. But there is still a lot about the penis snake that scientists have yet to learn. So it's a very elusive penis.
So I heard that it is a very elusive penis. So I heard that the 2-foot one that they captured,
yes,
they've been doing some research on it, and they've actually named it Terrence Riley.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. TR for sure.
Purposes. Yeah, for take on
TR. The TR snake, they call it. Yeah, very little is known about these animals in the wild, but there's nothing particularly dangerous about them, and they don't appear to be serious predators. So it's a very nice penis.
It's a soft penis.
It's a soft penis. See, Coleman Shee from Florida Museum Herpetology Collection a report on the animals. So he did a report on the penis.
He reported the penis?
Yes. They'll all probably eat small animals and get eaten by larger ones, he added. This could be just another non-native species in South Florida mix. So it's just the Colombian penises that are everywhere. At this point, we really don't know enough to say whether they are established in the C4 canal. He continues. That's what we want to find out. I don't think one day find a large penis snake in Florida. So this was a huge surprise.
Everybody loves a good penis surprise.
A good penis surprise.
Good penis surprise.
Good penis surprise.
Yes, sir.
There's a little bit about the aren't you relevant stuff, but nothing.
Relevant versus irrelevant?
Nothing mind-blowing.
Are you relevant?
So it's almost as only as level relevant.
Nothing mind-blowing about the relevant and irrelevant.
Nothing mind-blowing. There was just some information. He was explaining what happened and everything, and a lot of backpedaling going on. And
you know what? Look, here's the funniest thing, right? Charlie's an asshole. He is.
Right?
A genuine asshole. He only talks facts, right? And you may agree or you may not you may disagree, but I think one of the biggest mistakes that the PCA does is they kind of make Charlie an enemy. Where he's kind of giving the data and the information. Everybody hates that guy because they're trying to spin a different story.
You might not like what he says, but it's all true.
Right. And so the reality is that's kind of how we fucking fix these problems. If somebody can say, hey, look, no, this is where, Charlie isn't looking to oust somebody to make you feel stupid. He's trying to show you that, look, there are problems here, there are problems here, there are problems here. And, these things need to be corrected. And I feel like because he does that, people are shitty to him. But in all reality, you really shouldn't be. This is your number one fucking help. This is your number one.
Right. This is the guy that's telling everybody what you're doing.
Right. This is the coach in the corner that says, "Hey, you need to slip the fucking jab and throw the hook." And nobody, maybe not nobody, but there's a lot of people that I think don't give him enough credit.
Right.
And that's bullshit, dude. He's telling you flat out that there's a problem here, and he can break it down. I can't read a fucking court report.
Right. No.
I'm like, Charlie, what's it say? He's like, it's not good. I'm like, oh, okay, good. Yeah,
Thank you, Charlie, for explaining that to me. Thank you very much.
On all 3 appeals, and the tempo of the courtroom was, you guys are fucking idiots. I'm like, okay. Well, so money not well spent then? Okay, just making sure. And like nobody wants to hear that's money not well spent, right?
Right.
Because all your money got dumped to the PCA, spend all
Your
their money
money
on
got
shit.
dumped, and now they don't have any money.
No, well, they're losing funds.
Right. Yeah, we covered that last week, all the money that they're losing. And that wasn't even until this year. But there was a couple of stories that the PCA trade show was not a money winner for them this year.
I'm sure. It definitely wasn't for Caldwell.
No, the only reason they did really well the last time was because there was a penalty that got paid to them because it was moved over to the other expo hall.
I mean, he returned his tables and chairs too.
Right. All right. You ready to wrap this up? You can get back to panning.
I think that it's best that we do because, I didn't bring my charger and I tried to rig a setup here and it's not charging and the battery's almost dead.
Oh, so, all right.
So we're going to wrap it up regardless.
We're going to wrap it up or I'm going to be talking to myself. So one or the other.
Yes. And yes, I miss you, Michael.
I miss you too. When do you come back?
I will be heading home tomorrow.
Gotcha.
So I don't know if that means what time I'll be heading home tomorrow.
I'm not available tomorrow for the Patreon. We'll have to do it Wednesday.
No, that's okay. Wednesday is fine. But, I need to really get back in there and, start. Like I'm fortunate enough at this point where I can step out for 4 or 5 days. I haven't ever had that opportunity, and that's thanks to you. That's thanks to Chet, Steve, Keanu, the whole team, Danielle. Who did I forget? Anybody?
Drew.
Oh yeah, Drew.
But Drew didn't work while you were gone. He had some other.
Yeah, Drew's almost gone. But like we have a pretty good team. Like I've never had this opportunity, so I am grateful for that for sure. And
you've earned it, Michael. You're the king. We all follow your lead, Michael.
Well, I appreciate that, Michael. You're the owner, Michael. So you keep on owning.
Just keep on owning. Just keep representing celebrity retailer.
What are we? Celebrity retailer, baby.
Celebrity retailer.
What do you want to do for the Patreon? What are we gonna?
I don't know. We got some stuff here still from the PCA. We'll find something good.
Did we do the Espinosa yet?
No, we haven't done it. I was thinking we'll do an Espinosa too.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, we will. All right, bud. I'll see you. I'll talk to you tomorrow, but I'll see you Wednesday.
All right, brother.
All right, man.
Thank you. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. It's been episode 185. Somehow. That's it. Hey, we never miss a week.
That's it.
Never miss a week. All right, guys, we got to go. Bye. The Cigar Hustlers podcast, its owners, and its sponsors take no responsibility for the opinions or statements made by the talk show host or their guest. Statements or show topics are not necessarily the beliefs of Mike and Mike Productions or the podcast providers, and opinions between talk show hosts may differ. It is not our intention to libel, incite, or hurt anyone's feelings. We invite you to write the show's host, Mike Stepankevich, with any feedback or suggestions that you have for their shows. These broadcasts are presented and made public as entertainment in the hope that they will be entertaining to the audience.
This has been a Cigar Hustlers podcast, a Mike and Mike production. Be sure to listen every Tuesday at 10 a.m. for all new episodes.
Hi, I'm Husto Iroa.
Yeah, we just don't have to do a single podcast ever again.
Perfect. Ever. I'm good, Mike and Mike. How are you guys doing?
The Hojo,
Hojo! It's the Hojo!
The moderator.
You didn't even let him fuck it up all the way.
I
gotta get past Hojo! Go on.
I don't even have to try to hit the record. He's not even gonna try. We're gonna cover a lot of ground here, Mike. All right. Try to keep up.
That's a sign of a good podcast.
I gave you like 4 cigars when I walked in the door.
All right, end this.
Mike squared.